Hi, I'm Peter Rose, founder of Longwood Currency Trading. Can you make your Forex trading better today? Not tomorrow, today. Can you make your Forex trading better today? I want to briefly cover three simple, obvious points and think about them. You need a written trading plan. You need your risk management clearly defined up front, not doing it in real time. And you need to trade the same circumstances, one pair, same time. So let's go over those three things. You need to have a written trading plan. Very few people that I talk with have written trading plans. And it sounds stupid, but you need a written trading plan. If you're going to take a long drive in the car to go somewhere, vacation, you have certain things written down. Oh, we're going to stop at this place for have lunch, and we're going to do this, and we're going to have that. Why bother to try to remember that stuff? Because that only interferes with your enjoyment of the driving process. So writing something down is not only to make things easier, but it also brings a sense into play, your touch, the process of writing your trading plan down, the process of reading it, the process of hearing the trading plan back at you. You want to bring as many of your senses into play at something such as important as a trading plan. In my fast track program that I teach that there are three sections to the trading plan. And each section is for a specific purpose and for a specific reason and solves a specific problem. If your trading plan isn't solving problems, if it's just plastering information on a piece of paper, then that's not a trading plan. Second, your risk management needs to be clearly defined ahead of time in a static sense and not figured out at runtime. The last thing you want to do is be ready to take a trade and say, oh, I'm going to do this stupid risk to reward thing. I'm going to get 3 for my 1 risk. That's, first of all, ridiculous. So you have to know what you're talking about when you're talking about risk management. And risk reward is not one of them. Oh, Peter, how can you say that? I'm not bragging, but I got a bachelor's in physics, almost a minor in math, and risk to reward doesn't work. And I've been looking at the currency market since 2007. It's 2026 right now. And the general financial market since the mid to late 1970s. So I think I know a little bit about looking at price action and risk and all the rest of the stuff. So that risk management cannot be done at runtime. And it must be clearly defined up front. How do you do that? That's the key. That's the trick of the part of the trading plan that you're working on, because that is in the trading plan in a certain part of it. Third is just trade one pair at the same time every day. And if you're not going to take a trade, then do screen time for the time that you were going to be there. In my fast track course, when I work with a student, we're trying to do our trading in a 1 to 2 hour time frame, hopefully a 2 hour time frame before you head off to work, because everybody I work with has a job. You can't trade all day. You can't listen to these guys that are making all this money, set and forget and walk out the door and go to the gym and come back. That's not your life. You're needing to stop your brain on Forex, walk out the door, and go to your job. That's what you need to do. Don't trade on your phone. Don't try to trade at work. Make your life easy. If you say that there's not enough opportunity in the 1 to 2 hour period of time that you're going to be trading, you are incorrect. No matter where in the world that you are, there are multiple currency pairs that are active during that period. Now, you may have a little tough time if you're trading the majors, because a lot of the majors, well, they're all USD based. They're the 6 majors. And the proclivity of them are in European countries. So, you know, if you're living on the East Coast of the United States, that's fine. I mean, you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to catch the London Open, or you could trade 8 o'clock when the U.S. is actively getting its started, and you trade between 8 and noon. You've got 3 hours there where it's really, really active. But because the London market, the London market opens at 3 o'clock, and you have to be out the door at 7 for your job. Okay, life is tough. But you want to trade. You want to trade right. Well, that's what you have to do. You trade for 1 or 2 hours a day. So the course teaches you how to structure your trading plan so that all the crap that you need to get done that you can do ahead of time, you've done that ahead of time, so you don't have to try to figure it out in real time. You're not trying to solve problems in real time during your trading. What you're doing is you're applying rules against the backdrop of the order flow that you're seeing on the screen. And we use the life cycle of a currency position that I've created to make things simple. The Forex market is very complex, and so we break it down into 3 phases called the life cycle of a currency position of entry analysis, position management, and exit methodology. Each one of those phases is a problem. Each one of those problems is in sequential order. Each problem then becomes a rule in sequential order of entry analysis, position management, and exit methodology. Each rule consists of between 2 and 4 conditions, and those conditions are in sequential order. Those conditions return a binary result. Is this condition true? Yep. Is this condition true? Yep. Is this condition true? Nope. Boom, I'm out. I'm not doing any entry. So what do I do if I'm not doing any entry? I'm going to sit there and I'm going to put my face in the screen and I'm going to do screen time. That is one of the most important things that you can do. Well, 2. Number 1, if there doesn't appear to be a trade that matches your criteria, you do not trade. Number 2, if you are not trading, you are doing screen time. And you're doing that for an hour to 2 hours a day. Think about the progress that you will make if you had an organized plan of principles that were put together into a process that was in sequential order. Think how easy and simple that would be to discipline yourself, get up every day at the same time, sit down at the desk an hour and a half, 2 hours, either trade or you don't trade. If you're not trading, you're doing screen time. If you are trading, you're following the simple plan of entry analysis, position management, and exit methodology. Each one of those could go together very quickly. Now, you might do your evaluation for your entry analysis. It takes about 15 seconds. That doesn't mean that you take the trade. It means that the conditions validate you taking a trade when the price reaches a certain level. That's the trigger. The rule tells you that the trade is there if this happens. It couldn't be any simpler than that. There's a very clear definition that I provide for when price action transitions from entry analysis to position management. And that happens sometimes very rapidly. I just popped 3 pips this morning, and I did that same thing. I looked at it. There was a trade to be made. That the condition was true. Where do I set my limit order? I set it, and it sat there for a while. I think it was 10 or 15 minutes, something like that, 10 minutes. It triggered off. Price moved a little bit in my favor, and then it backtracked a little bit, and then it moved a little bit in my favor, and that staggered a little bit, and then it moved a little bit in my favor. 3 pips, boom, I'm out. Because I don't know why it wasn't fulfilling the conditions of continuing its process in the direction that I thought it was going to go. It was moving very, very slowly. It could be because the stock market hasn't opened yet. It could be because there were some economic news indicators that were going to be released. I did this at around 8 o'clock this morning. And so there were some indicators that were coming out at 8:30 that were going to be released. I don't know. I didn't know what those indicators were, but I knew that today they weren't of any real substance, so I couldn't understand why that was being stuck where it was. Might be because I'm trading USD-based pair, might be because folks are waiting to see if the futures Dow were going to fulfill themselves. It's 300, showing a 300-point rise in the Dow. So the currency markets, the big traders, could be standing on the sidelines waiting to see what's going to happen. I don't know. It's 9:09 right now, so maybe I'll go back in. I've got some limit orders placed if price does jack ahead. 300 on the futures open on the stock market, so pretty good indicator that price isn't going to get to where I want it to get to on the pair that I'm trading. But I was doing my screen time. You don't have to stare at the screen. I was answering emails to a couple of my students, for example, and some other folks that are interested in trading, and just some friends that I have across the country that I'm trying to keep in touch with the best that I can. And so there it is. So can you make your Forex trading better today? Sure you can. Right now, by doing that, but you're going to have to write your trading plan down, or scribble something down on a piece of paper. If you don't know how to write a trading plan, send me an email and let's get a conversation going, because you really need to understand this stuff. I may be able to help you out in 25 words or less, and you can go on about your happy way. But if it's a process and you're really, that's holding you back, and you're really interested in replacing your job income, or at least generating enough money that it would have a significant impact against that job income. If you could make 20% of your job income, that would be pretty significant. So what's 20% of your job income? The average income, United States, $63,000. So, 20% of that, figure it out. 12,000 bucks, right? So 12,000 bucks would help a lot. All right, well, what do you need to do in order to get to 12,000 bucks? I mean, you could backtrack and get pip counts and all that kind of crap. But how are you actually going to fulfill the process of getting that $12,000? How big of a bank do you have? Do you have your trading plan written down? Is your risk management locked down? And are you only focusing on one pair, or are you trying to trade the DAX and gold and 3 pairs and used tires and whatever? You can't do that. So trade the same pair at the same time of the day so that you're refreshed and you're looking forward to that. You can't come into your daily trading hesitant. You have to come in with vigor and excitement. And that's why I enjoy getting up, because I know I'm not going to have to work the day before in order to figure out what I'm going to do in the morning, because what's going to happen in the morning when I get up is totally different than what's happening right now. And you can get away with that in the stock market, but you can't get away with that in the currency market because of the conditions of order flow and the reasons behind that order flow. So we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to do any upfront study. We don't have to know anything about fundamentals. We don't, other than when the economic news are coming out, so you don't get whacked. And technical analysis, it just doesn't work. It's not applicable in the currency market at all. So our job is simple. So why aren't we successful? Well, it could be because of these things that I've mentioned: written trading plan, risk management, clearly defined, not at runtime, and not doing it at runtime, and then making your life simple by trading one currency pair at the same time every day. But that's the map. But what do you do to go from point to point on that map? What conditions are in your rules for the life cycle of a currency position, the way that you see that they should be done? What is the trigger that has you change from entry analysis to position management? And it isn't, that transition doesn't happen after you hit the trade. Entry analysis is not just hitting the trade and then you're done with entry analysis. The entry analysis is is a signal that the conditions are right for that trade to take place. And then when that event happens, you take the trade. But there's a follow-up to that. When do I have a trade that warrants going to position management? You can't just take the trade and say, now you're managing it. I just, I get talking with some of you guys out there and you're arguing with me about this stuff. And I try to be patient with you, but I'm a professional educator along with being a trader and knowing about all this stuff. I've taught martial arts for 55 years where it was really important stuff that I was teaching. It was life and death in some instances. This is just money in trading. This stuff is simple. So when you are looking at your basic envelope that you're building your ability to trade around, you want to know if you can make your Forex trading better today. And you can, and you do these steps every day. You go through these steps every day. Go through your trading plan every day. Go through your risk management definitions to make sure those are clear in your head. And you know you're trading one pair and you're trading at the same time, or you're going to do screen time. Your day is set. Your 2 hours is set. And once you know that 2 hours is up, you're going to go flat and you're going to go to work. It makes life so much simpler. Again, if you have any questions about this stuff, send me an email. Let's get a conversation going. Peter Rose, Longwood Currency Trading. Have a great day and have a great trading day.